Rapid Media presents Rapid Media TV.
Scott McGregor here with Rapid Media TV, and I'm in the Jersey Paddlesports Show with Kayak Kevin. Kevin, we did a screening of the Real Paddling Film Festival on Friday night, and it was really nice because I could introduce you, and you could come up and introduce the film. And you got quite a history, man. This kayak fishing thing, you had a whole life before this.
Absolutely, a whole different life.
Tell me about that.
I was a musician. I was a musician for at least 15 years of my life, so it was a completely different world, you know. The last 2 years when I was playing, I was in 3 bands. I didn't see a sunset. You know, I was in practice room after work, right into the practice room. So I kind of lost touch of the outside for a while. And you know, when I was
what brought you back?
I needed a break. It really was just kind of a get away from it for a while, and it ended up kind of going a little bit further and once I got into it. But you know, my roots were being outside. My dad used to take me on camping trips a lot when I was a kid. Did a lot of canoeing when I was a kid. So all that was still in my roots, and I felt that I needed to get back to it.
So you started kayak fishing, went into it heavy.
Well, actually, I just started. I got into kayaking for the tour aspect of it. Right. You know, I needed a challenge. I guess it was my midlife crisis. I was 30 years old.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah, no, it's not. I needed some challenge to do. I needed something, and I couldn't hike. You know, I looked at the Appalachian Trail. I got bad ankles, bad knees from skateboarding and snowboarding when I was a youth, so I was pretty beat up. That wasn't going to work for me. And I looked at the Intercoastal Waterway, and I was like, "Wow, that's the water equivalent to the Appalachian Trail." So I started researching that and kind of how can I do this, and then I saw a boat that I was real comfortable in. I didn't want to sit inside. I wanted to sit on top, and that Manta, Ocean Kayak Manta, came out in 2001. I saw that, and that was the ticket. That was what I saw that was going to get me out in the water.
So then how did you take that passion into filmmaking? Were you doing filmmaking with the band, or is that something that you just brought along right into the kayaking?
It was something I always kind of wanted to do. I always, wanted to do something like that, but the Game On movie was probably the pusher. You know, we spent a week with salmons and the crew and couldn't catch the targeted species. You know, and watching that and seeing that whole process, I knew that I wanted to film what we did. We do some really cool stuff, and I really wanted to get that on film. But having hiring a guy to come out and film, just filming, wasn't going to work. You know, I knew one camera wasn't going to work. Wasn't going to get the shots I wanted to get. I wanted to get the entire fights. You know, usually when you have one guy shooting the camera, he's sitting there all day long, and all of a sudden somebody hooks up and he shoots. I wanted the cameras running the whole time. So that's how I just started figuring out what I wanted to do, how I wanted to get the shots, and it was basically just make the financial commitment to do it, and that was
the time and all that.
Yeah.
So you've got a new project coming. Tell me about the next video.
It's going to be the sequel to the first kayak fishing Chesapeake Bay.
And how is that going to be different? What are you going to do in that?
More instructional stuff. The first movie was
it was action.
Straight action. It was like, here's the spot, here's the fights. And this one's going to be, here's the spots, but here's what we use. Here's how we bait it up. Here's the knots that I tie. I even go into that detail. Even the techniques of one-arm paddling, how to get around structure, bait placement, all that stuff I want to cover on that, because that's what people wanted to see. They asked me how come I didn't do it on the first one, because I didn't want to slow it down to do it. So in this one, I'm still not slowing it down, but it's going to have that, and then it's going to go straight into the action.
Great. And so filming this summer, production in the fall. What's the schedule?
I've already filmed most of it last year. I still have to shoot one more segment, a flounder segment, because that's something I didn't do in this movie, and I still have to shoot that. And I've got pretty much the rough cuts already done. I did that, January through February. I just sat behind the computer every day and got a lot of that done. So I'm pretty much mostly done with that. I still have to shoot that one more segment, and I finish up editing on it, and the rest of the stuff, and I should be out by fall.
Great. Thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you.
All right. Scott McGregor here with Rapid Media TV, helping you paddle forever. All right. You're very good at that.
Rapid Media TV. Learn more about Rapid Media's print and digital magazines, International Paddling Film Festival, on-water events, and online store. Visit rapidmedia.com.